Welcome everyone! This is the second part of my video review of Adobe Lightroom Mobile 1.0. You can find the first part on the F-Stop Lounge YouTube channel, of course. In this episode, I will show you how you can download images from the memory card of your camera onto the iPad and import them into Lightroom Mobile, edit, process them, synchronize them with your desktop Lightroom catalog or share them online, enabling you to be a perfect road warrior. Stay tuned for further episodes in this series. I am now going to show how you can import images from the memory card of a camera into Lightroom Mobile on the iPad, and later how to synchronize them with the desktop version of Lightroom Mobile. So I've got my SD card here and my iPad camera connection kit. So I'm plugging the SD card into the kit, which is already plugged into the iPad. And when I do this, the photo app pops up. I go to the import section. I have 3 photos on my card, so I'm going to select them all and import, which brings them into the camera roll. After a few seconds, the import is complete, and I'm going back to Lightroom. Now here, starting from, for instance, this collection, I can tap on the icon on the top right, which brings up a menu which has an Add Photos item, and this goes to the choice of the photos that I have on my iPad. And I'm going to the last import because this is where I have my photos, and I'm going to select all 3 of those and then tap on the check mark on the top right. When I do this, it will take a while for Lightroom to actually import my photos. So now it says 3 photos have been successfully imported, and here they are. I can maybe bring one up and apply some presets, like I want to do an autotone, apply some punch, and so on. Go back to the main collection, and since this collection is already synced with my Lightroom Desktop instance catalog, I can now switch to Lightroom Desktop, and after a while my photos will be automatically transferred to my desktop catalog. Now I'm back to Lightroom 5 on my desktop, and I can see that my new photos have been synced with my collection on the desktop, so they are accessible here. I can actually go into the develop module and not only see that the photo has been imported, but also the processing operations that I performed on the iPad have been transferred here to the desktop version. Like I did some tone correction and added some punch and they are reflected here in the basic panel. One thing I have discovered when importing images from my memory card into Lightroom Mobile is that only JPEGs are actually imported. If you shoot RAW, your images will not be imported by Lightroom Mobile. This might come as a surprise, since Lightroom, at least the desktop version, is a RAW processing application, and it actually includes Adobe Camera Raw. Now, my explanation for this is that the mobile version of Lightroom doesn't actually include Adobe Camera Raw. It is not a RAW file processor. My understanding is that the technology that it uses to show and synchronize images with your desktop catalog is what Adobe calls the smart previews in Lightroom. So what you see are actually JPEG versions of those RAW files that you have on your desktop catalog. You can operate on them, and when you synchronize them back to Lightroom, if they were originally RAW, the processing instructions will be applied to the original RAW files. But as long as you stay on the iPad, there is actually no RAW support for it. So if you want to use Lightroom Mobile when you're traveling as your editing application, you need to shoot JPEG. Or at least you need to shoot RAW plus JPEG, work on your JPEG images, and then transfer your images, your RAW files to the desktop catalog when you get back to your studio. In today's highly connected world, it's imperative that you be able to share your images immediately or as quickly as possible online with your friends and social networks and so on. So Lightroom Mobile gives you a few sharing options in this respect that you can access by tapping on the top right icon, which brings up this menu. Then you tap on Share, and you have the choice of whether to share your image via instant message, email, Twitter, or Facebook, or save it to your photo library, print it, and so on. This is possibly where Lightroom 1.0 shows the fact that it's still a 1.0 version. It's a bit thin in features. I would expect one of the upcoming versions to at least let you share images on other social networks like Instagram, Pinterest, Google+, or even Behance, which is an Adobe property, or the Adobe Creative Cloud. I am going to wrap up this review with some final considerations about Adobe Lightroom Mobile. This is definitely an application that I'm planning to use more and more. I'm trying to travel lighter as much as possible, so carrying only an iPad instead of a laptop, something that I definitely looking forward to, and Lightroom Mobile will be a big bonus, big help towards this decision. There is one feature that I didn't mention in the review, which will come very handy when you synchronize a collection that you have on your desktop catalog with the mobile catalog. What you can do is you can use Lightroom Mobile as a traveling mobile portfolio where you can show images to buyers or potential clients. It doesn't have a slideshow mode for that. So, +1 to Lightroom Mobile. It's still a 1.0 version. It will, to be really useful and successful, it will need to have more features, more processing capabilities, and more sharing capabilities. But I'm confident that Adobe will come out with new versions that will add more and more features. So keep an eye on it, try it, it's free, as long as you have the desktop version of Lightroom, and I think you will not be disappointed. Thank you.